Hey, welcome to the Houston Collective. Thanks for having me. I'm Ben. This is my buddy Russ. We got a song for you. Late night talks in parking lots and traveling for peace of mind. The day might break, but it never ends, 'cause we don't know the time. Concert graves and television waves and everything in between. Blacktop stories and gas station glories. We got what you need. Bandits of the sun, out here for the thrill. Won't you take the wheel, Presidente? Mountain ranges through the desert plains, we got sights to see. Mother Nature is breathing behind us, building up some steam. Fighting our fears, chasing the sound in our ears. Battle scars, dust and pain. Delusions of grandeur don't cloud our thoughts. We know it ain't a race. Planets of the sun, we're out here for the thrill. Won't you take the wheel? Won't you take the wheel, Presidente? Chasing the sound in our ears. Battle scars, dust and pain. Delusions of grandeur don't cloud our thoughts. We know it ain't a race.
Oh man, I think this is going to be one of those where it's going to be hard to not swear. But so,
I was thinking the same thing.
Okay, good. I'm glad we're on the same page. I was like, holy. But hey, welcome back. This is the KPFT Sessions here at KPFT. I'm just going to be repetitive now because my brain is scrambled after that first song. But we have Ben and Russ here. So, dude, let's get into what's your origin story, dude? Like, how did you get here? Is this the genre that you started out with?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my biggest approach is making art with my friends. And I'm lucky to have him here today, a good buddy of mine. I've found some other friends out in Nashville. We started recording these tracks with the full band. It's a lot of fun, fiddle and pedal steel, drums, bass. And the drummer, my buddy Cal, believes in me, and he's helping. He's producing and mixing everything.
Sweet.
My mentor up in Massachusetts, Alan Evans, want to shout him out. He's mastering all the tracks. Origin story is just I love music. I've been playing it for 24 years professionally. Just it's a different type of ride. Sometimes I'm playing bass behind other people. I've toured doing that. I've toured doing background singing or all sorts of different types of stuff. I actually like rock music, though. I'm not really a country musician, but country music makes up the foundation of rock music.
I agree with that. Yeah.
So I do play some, like that one was more of a spaghetti western tune. On the recording that I'll send you, it's not out yet, but when it comes out, there's like a lot of psychedelic backwards guitar. And
oh, wow, okay.
It's kind of like a Doug Sahm, it's like spaghetti western on acid.
Wait, when you say backwards guitar, what does that even mean?
Well, I think like the first time I ever heard it was Jimi Hendrix, and Kramer, his producer, Eddie Kramer, I think is his name, right? Mm-hmm. And they were using tape machines to reverse the guitar.
Oh, wow, so literally.
Or like, have you ever been experienced, that song where the drums are reversed and the cymbals are all in reverse?
Whoa.
I fell in love with it.
Sleeping was first, though.
What's that?
The Beatles tune?
Yeah, oh, there you go.
Sleeping.
That's the first one that was ever done. Wow. Okay, cool. See, this is why I hang out with this guy.
Sounds like he's going to need a mic now. So, are you originally from the Texas, Houston area? Where, you were dropping lots of states there.
Yeah, sure. I moved around a lot because my dad, his job, but mostly in Texas. Okay. And I have a lot of family all over Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas. I've lived in the East Coast. I studied music up there, so I lived up in Boston for like a decade.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, Houston's home.
Okay.
Even when I would tour with like an Austin band, it always seemed to make more sense to live here. It was two good airports you could fly out of easier.
Yeah, whichever one.
Save some money, Of course, I'd be with the Austin band. They'd be like, "Why are you living in Houston? You should live in Austin."
Yeah, that's what they all say. I said,
"Well, give me some more money, and maybe I will." I don't know. Like it's a luxury to get to live in that place.
Yeah, I agree, but I think Houston's gonna catch up to them as far as like music stuff.
I love my quality of life here.
Yeah.
I live over in the Heights, and I walk around and go get coffee and hang in the park if I can. If it's not too hot, like right now, it's kind of nice.
Yeah, so real quick, what was the name of that last song or the first song that you
it's called Presidente.
I should have guessed.
It's a joke. It's about being on tour with your buddies, and you're all sharing the duty of driving. And so whoever's driving is the president.
I get that. No, I've only been on one tour, and I don't play music. I was just the guy that they hired along to videotape everything. And, man, that was interesting lifestyle. So, like, to do that all the time, I'm like, oh, man, you guys got to be either best friends or hate each other.
Yeah, right. Everybody's wearing headphones.
Yeah, it's never in between. So, what do you have next on the set list?
Okay, so the next one that I've got is the song called "Like We Used to." It's actually out right now. Mm-hmm. It's on iTunes and Spotify, all that stuff. It's under Ben, Jarrad, my name, and Cal Campbell, who's my producer.
The one out of Massachusetts.
Well, that would be the mastering agent.
Oh.
That's Alan Evans, who's also a mentor of mine and a producer. He's mastered the track. The mix was done by Cal. And I recorded a lot of this actually in Los Angeles, in my house, in the Heights, too. Oh. So it's between those two places and Nashville that we finished the song.
Sweet. Oh, I love this.
Close enough. Stop being mad. I don't know if I'm over the right. When can we wake up feeling like we used to? Like we used to. Always invaders like we used to. Always, we're having times like we used to. For a way out of this illusion. I've been trading force, looking for a way out of this delusion. What were the results of all my extravagance? I began to see where I am. I don't want to go home. Where is home when you're not there like we used to? Always, we were the invaders like we used to. Always, we're having times like we used to. Like we used to. Some say worry about the weather, others say better stand still. Only so much I can do, myself from thinking of you. Well, yeah, the wait and the time, it's coming. Haven't even started, but we're already running like we used to. Always, we're having times like we used to. Always on my mind like we used to. Like we used to. Like we used to.
Dude, I could not stop smiling through that one. So, where does like your music writing inspiration come from? Like to write these kind. I mean, obviously the 20 plus years of experience also, but it had to have started somewhere. And where does it? How do you capture that?
I think getting together with other songwriters. You know, people that you have mentors. I have a lot of mentors that I look up to. I look up to Russ's playing, you know. If he likes something, I'm excited. Gives me motivation. You know, but you know, yeah, you it's not comparing because it can be the thief of joy. It's you yourself. Mm-hmm. But it's inspiration is a currency. It's more important to me to maintain some sort of inspiration and find it. As I look back at my life, sometimes I was spoiled. I got to see 3 concerts in a day and play one.
Oh, whoa.
You know, or things like that would happen. Now I get to see live music a little bit more few and far between. But even still, like Kelly Doyle, who plays music with me too. You know, we both went and saw Bill Frisell. That's one of my favorite guitar players, his favorite guitar player. And we both just looked at each other after that show and we were like, man, that was amazing. You know, so simple, but so beautiful and complex at the same time. He said to me, he does so much with not very many notes.
I'm gonna have to give that a whirl. You're nodding your head. Are you familiar with that? Oh, there it is. Okay, I was like,
and Bill Frisell kind of has that thing. He's just like a kid when he plays guitar. You feel that, and I love that. It's not jaded. It's not. He hasn't let the world beat him down.
Yeah.
It feels like. I don't know. I don't know Bill Frisell, but that's what the feeling is that I did.
Dude, and it's probably pretty accurate because I feel like when people do art and you see it, like it definitely stuff like that shines through and probably obvious in most parts. And so, with that said, like, are you normally a solo act, or I mean, I know you said you have a band, but
I would always prefer to have a conversation with musicians by playing and being in a band. I've always wanted to be in a band. Obviously, you get older and realize how difficult that is to keep a band together, that it could fall apart at any moment, or lead singers don't show up, or whatever it might be, right? So I kind of played acoustic to survive, to pay bills, to be able to keep the lights on. But it's not by choice. I mean, I do enjoy it. But man, I mean, playing alone, it's so much cooler having a conversation. It's the more the merrier, as long as everybody respects each other and there's space. And we're all, I'm really lucky right now that everybody that I'm working with is like a good friend. Yeah. And we all care about each other's art, and we're all on each other's music, learn each other's songs.
Yeah, dude, I love like your answers are all based around collaboration and like community and stuff like that. So like, when you write your song, you're probably taking it immediately to someone and be like, hey, check this out, feedback, please, or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, dude, and like the more I have these conversations with musicians and people in bands and collaborators, like I'm glad that naturally that's the direction I go to when I shoot a video. Like, and it's like, hey, what do you guys want in there? Give me the ingredients and we can help make a pie together or some sort of Texas, we're in Bristol, make brisket.
I love that you related to cooking. I love to cook.
Yeah, well, I was like, you're already relating everything to music, so let's figure something else out.
That's great.
Yeah, no, I love the collab, and I think it shows a lot of I don't know what the word is, but maturity to be like, hey, critique this and I won't get mad at you.
Yeah, it took me a while to get used to that. When I was a teenager in my early 20s, I struggled with that because you take it as a personal thing, and maybe you feel like you're not good enough or those type of things. But the reality is, it's people just trying to help you.
Yeah,
just
and something that you probably didn't hear before. And like the previous conversation I had, you might think that something is done, take a break, and then hear it again. And then you're like, oh, we need to fix that. Like, I didn't hear this before. Yeah. What are you guys, the musician, ear fatigue or something like that?
Sure.
Yeah?
Sure. Yeah.
So do you do the same thing where you would record something, let it sit, and then come back to it? Or is it like, once it's recorded, it's set in stone?
For the past 2 years, I've gone to Nashville for like 2 weeks or a week out of every month. And my producer's gotten me into healthy habits of like going to the gym with them or just waking up earlier than I normally do because I'm a night owl, and working 12-hour days and giving me everything that he has to make it the best day possible. And we do get ear fatigue and we think about that, and we're doing it every day, and we're it's because it costs money, and I'm paying to record these songs that I love. I don't have a label. I don't have a GoFundMe. I don't believe in that. The money that I make from my other gigs or solo gigs, I put towards this or teaching or whatever. And and it's all DIY. So we don't have assistant engineers. We don't have extra. It's just me and Cal.
Sweet.
And and he knows a lot more than I do about gear and recording. And he's patient enough to like show me how to do stuff. So I've been learning a lot about engineering with him, which I've studied my whole life, but it's just, that is a whole nother art that I respect and understand enough of to know what I don't know.
That's why I have her.
And the gear too, just like acquiring the gear, having the access to that gear is a luxury.
Yeah.
No. Lo-fi stuff is cool too. I don't snub that. I mean, I make lo-fi recordings in my house all the time, but it's nice to go record something and hear it and feel like you're in the room with it.
Yeah. That's why I was like, when I used to do it by myself, I was like, I don't think I could do any musician justice if I'm trying to juggle 4 things. So it's like, let's get someone dedicated to do that on their
absolutely.
own. Yeah, no, and
respect for that. That y'all are both doing this. It's great.
There's usually 3 of us, but I mean, like just the whole thing of collaboration and like band kind of. I mean, this is my band, but I don't play instruments. I just play the camera, and she plays the microphones. And it's like, all right, and hearing that and living in, working day to day, day in, day out, and hanging out and like understanding that collaboration. And dude, yeah, it shows for sure through whatever you guys are doing. So do you go to Nashville all the time or often, or are you still going back and forth, or is that record done?
We've become best friends, and it's been. I was going to Nashville a lot as a younger kid and teenager, and I never really had any success there or anything that was worthy of me moving there or staying there, But I did pick up gigs. I played like Americana Fest.
Are you playing this year?
I'm not playing this year. I played that 2 years in a row, and I met a lot of cool musicians through that, and I got a gig playing bass for Matthew Slahetka. Shout out to him. He's a wonderful guy, a great dude to tour with. We toured for a few months together. He needed a bass player, and I hopped in. And I had a week off before we went on a kind of a United States tour, starting with Montana. And my best friend from childhood, from here, called me, and she's like, "Hey, you need to meet my husband." And he's now the producer of my record.
Oh, sweet.
And she's like, "You're going to love this guy. Kayla, if you're listening, love you." She introduced us, and she's like a sister to me, so I knew it was going to be good. And that's just, they've treated me like family. They've given me a place to come make music and not stress out.
Not stress out is the best part, right? So speaking of that, what do you have for the third song today?
Well, this is more of a country tune. I'm going to be putting this out actually just acoustic. I do have like a little 3-song acoustic live EP that will go along with the other 10 or so songs that I have with full band. And it's called I Have Told You. Now I'm stone cold tragedy. Hold my head above the water. And I hold it long enough. These dreams I had of you and me makes me all sad. And she won't talk to him. Is she pushing away? And she won't walk with him. Is there something that is said? Told you that I love you. I have said all I wanted to say. There is trouble heading my way. What I still choose to go that way. There's something going on that I can't explain. Yeah, I can see it coming like a big old freight train through the mountains and the snow. Yeah, I hear that whistle blow. talk to him. Is she pushing away? And she won't walk with him. Is there something that is said? There is trouble in my way, but I still choose to go that way.
Hell yeah. So with the spirit of collaboration, right, are you writing all the parts and then giving it to, let's say, Russ or Kelly or other band members and then have them put their own spin on it? Or are you approaching them with you and your acoustic guitar and be like, put your own spin to this?
In the case of today, this is the first time it's ever had pedal steel on it, that last song.
Holy sweet.
We've played it twice now together. It's our second time together playing that song.
Ever. So first time was probably the first, let's try this out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then there's like arranging, sure, ideas that I have. But yeah, I mean, like the drums, for me, songs like that, rock and roll band needs a good drummer, so my drummer is my producer, like, I'm not, he's going to know way more about recording drums and getting those sounds that I grew up wanting to hear and starting to understand how they're made, And then he's an arranger too. His dad was a composer and writer and performer, and he hears string arrangements. There's strings, there's horns on stuff, and we go back and forth on that. We write that, and we all share it. We share the publishing, we share the writing on it, 50-50. Everybody who's a part of songs with me gets the exact same amount that I get, because I believe that the parts, even if I have an idea, you're still writing. It is that collaboration. Obviously, it's up to the publisher how they want to share that. And some people say, I don't need the credit, but I always, whoever's on the song, I want them to know, like, Goose Webb, if you're out there listening, he's got bass on Presidente coming up. Eli Bishop's playing fiddle. Neil Steele Jones played pedal steel on my stuff. We're grateful to have him. Cal, again, thank you. Those guys have been working on all my stuff.
Awesome. So what parts are you writing then? The lyrics and the...
Yeah, I can record demos. Mm-hmm. I mean, I write the melodies most of the time. Okay. I write lyrics, Forms, I'm real into like changing forms and not having everything be so A-B. And then, I'll show whoever I'm working with, and we could shorten the song a little bit, or we can shape things about it to make things happen. I mean, like the song Like We Used To had a lot of that. And then ideas that I wouldn't think of. Hey, let's, like, on this one chord, let's play the grand piano, just on that chord, or like things like that, arranging ideas. I wouldn't have thought of that, or I don't own a grand piano. Right. So, there's that. Yeah.
Dude, I love the style you're bringing, like whether it's your philosophy behind how to make, or how your process on making music, and like your style musically, like this is like such a breath of fresh, not that no one else brings this up, but like right. The way you're bringing it up, I'm like, well, sorry.
That was me.
Oh, no, you're good. No,
I'm not rude. I got this new phone. I don't know how to silence.
I thought it was Russ. I was like adding a little flair. I was like, I like that. Okay. Yeah, usually like when we do the full band stuff, if I flub up, the drummer does the joke sound. I was like, okay, I get it. All right. You guys are trolling me too. Yeah, no, it's okay. Yeah, clearly we're not as professional as we should be, but I try to keep it relaxed.
The story of my life, man.
Oh, well, see, I'm glad. Yes. Well, you know what? Here, I'm going to close this little segment out, and then we can actually relax a little bit and throw some F-bombs here and there. Real quick, thank you for coming by, listening. This has been the KPFT Sessions, and, if you're watching this, I'm going to go and hide, and we're going to figure out this YouTube exclusive stuff. Have a good one. Just kidding. We're back. This is the YouTube. Yeah. See, now let's relax a little. Dude, fuck yeah, man. You guys' music is kick ass. Like, I wish I had a Lone Star or at least a Love Street while listening to you guys.
That's excellent news.
Yeah. Or like at least hanging out. I don't know. Like, as a video dude, I'm painting all these fucking pictures in my head. Like when I'm like hearing you guys, like, I want to be on the porch at sunset with at least a 6-pack of beer that's empty and opening up into my next 6-pack. That's how I picture it. I don't know if that's how you guys picture it. But so before we go on to the fourth song, let's get all your plugs out of the way. Like, where can people find you? Russ, if you want to get a microphone, we can plug all your stuff too if you'd like.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's where can people find you, your music, everything? How do they stalk you?
The easiest thing that helps me the most is just go directly to my site, which is my name, Ben, Jarrad, Jarrad. It is spelled a lot differently than most Jarrads.
Oh, shit.
People tend to misspell it. I don't blame them. I don't know why my parents decided to spell it that way, but the good news is there's only one of me on the Google search. I think there's another guy that spells it the same, and he's in Australia, and he has a fencing company.
Oh, okay.
So
not
if it's not him, it's yeah. And you go there. I've got a discography page. I've got all the session guitar work stuff that I've been a part of. Everything from hip hop tracks to whatever, jazz, rock stuff, and then like my own things or bands that I was a part of. Yeah, it's all right there, and you just click on the album artwork, and it'll take you to whatever.
Did you say hip-hop tracks? Hold up. What?
Yeah,
Who
sure.
are you, man?
Well, you grow up in Houston, you're probably going to play Tejano, you're probably going to play country, you're probably going to play hip-hop. I was always a rock musician, but, I grew up playing in a Russian club with two guys who were from Russia.
Holy shit.
And we played psychedelic rock, kind of like Deep Purple. And we called our band Soulshine when I was 15. We recorded with Rock Romano. If anybody knows who that is, that's an old school producer in Houston. That's what I love about Houston. It's diverse and opens your mind about certain things. I'm more of an electric player, though. I'm not really a good acoustic guitar player. I like it, and I'm trying to get better at it, but I really like feedback and an amp and being loud. And being able to get quiet and that dynamic range of that more so than anything else. I don't know why I'm tangenting on that. But
No, this is totally cool. Well, then I feel like you're hinting at, like, get your full band on the other show, dude.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. That would be so much fun.
Like, and then we're way more relaxed there because I can have Lone Stars there.
That's great. I can maybe have one too.
Yeah, no, we'll all have one. and then we can both get in trouble equally for cussing a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Russ, do you want to shout into a mic for your plugs, dude?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you hear this?
I can.
Right on. I'm Russ Willis. So most of what I've done that people are familiar with is Western Bling, which is a Western swing group that I've done for years and years. Now I'm mainly playing as the Russ Willis Trio with a lot of those tunes. So that's old, like Bob Wills music, things from the 40s and 50s largely. And I also play in a kind of a Dixieland group called I used to play with Swing Rendezvous. The Sassafras Swing, one of the guys that plays with that. I play guitar. And then I play pedal steel in Sam Turner and the Cactus Cats. And that's more of country and R&B, like 60s and 70s country. So most of my stuff is going to be more jazz or country, very pre-1970 type music.
Very specific. I like it. Sassafras swings.
Yeah, so Stephanie is the main person for that.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. Well, then you should get a plug in her ear
Yeah,
too.
and that's kind of similar to Ben, where there's a few different people that'll play. So I play about half the time. There's another guy, Morris, that'll play guitar a lot of the time. It sort of rotates, which is nice because there's a scheduling conflict, or if you just want to play with different people. That's kind of how that works, and I enjoy that. I think that Ben would agree. It's a lot of fun when you play with people that you trust enough that you're not sitting there and rehearsing and practicing those tunes, but you kind of just are diving in, and that's kind of what we did today. Is just feel it out, and it's more fun as a player that way.
Yeah, I bet. And this is exciting to me because it's like, oh man, never before seen or heard stuff, kind of, right? Yeah. So it's
to
like
a certain degree, absolutely.
super
This
exclusive.
arrangement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right. So then, what do you have for the fourth song today?
Well, I got a tune for it real quick.
Oh,
So.
totally cool, dude.
But
Do your
this is
thing.
a song I wrote when I was 21 with a band called Autumn Armor. If you go to my site, you'll find our EP. That was recorded by Alan Evans, and he played drums on some of it as well. He plays in a band called Soul Live. Definitely check them out. Great B3 organ trio from Buffalo, New York.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely. I mean, I love music.
Those guys are monsters.
Can I ask you questions while you're tuning? So
Yeah,
I
go
don't know
ahead,
if
sure.
that's like a concentrating thing because I don't know shit about music. I'm just a good listener. So when you were at Americana Fest, did you get to work with like people filming for Pace Magazine out there?
Oh man, that would have been cool. The first time I did Americana Fest, I was playing bass for a guy named Ian Moore, and that was cool because he's a mentor of mine, and he's just been on the scene forever and played. He's currently touring right now with this amazing group of guys, one of which I got to hang with, Jesse Dayton. He's a great guitar player, a cool dude too. But yeah, I think we did the basement,
Okay.
and then we did the basement east, and we did both, and one was kind of cool. It was like Ian was doing some stuff where I didn't even play, I was just hanging. And then I think the smaller basement is where the band played. That was my first time to play Americana Fest, and we stayed for the festival. We didn't really have much time to enjoy the fest, as a lot of it was with him. We were always on the road. We just kept going.
Go, right?
Yeah, and it is a bummer because you kind of want to stop and smell the roses for a minute, but it's also we got work to do.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's hard to relax, but I always got to remind myself, like, this is work. This is not fun.
Yeah, this isn't fun
Squeeze
at all.
in fun when you can, but this is still work.
It's hard finding the balance, right?
The balance is, yeah.
It's like I don't want to like be unhealthy and like a sad musician when I'm getting older. People feel sorry for you. It's like you want to be able to have a nice quality of life.
Yeah.
It is possible to have families and do things, and all my mentors do that, and they find a way to do that, and that's really something I respect.
Shit.
It's really cool to be able to pull that off, right? All right, so this song is called Ain't No Reason. Ain't no reason to break down. Ain't no reason for this here sound. Ain't no reason left here to complain, except that I'm feeling strange. Ain't no reason for me lying. Ain't no reason for trouble coming my way. I seen trouble just the other day. I seen trouble knocking on my door. I seen trouble one too many times before. Ain't no reason for me to lie. Ain't no reason for me to lie.
Dude, fuck yeah. Oh my God. Oh, dude. I don't think I've ever been so like, fucking shit, this is awesome here. Like, it's usually like when people come in, it's like mellow and like nice. But this one, I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. I'm kind of, yeah, it does feel good. Like, it's like same vibe as like, you know, when we're doing it at the bar or whatever. But, so with that said, let's do more. Shit. More importantly, where are you playing live with the full band in Houston where I can see you? And also, obviously, the rest of the audience here.
Well, the band of players that I have in Nashville, we're going to put together some stuff. But I've also been a part of this band called Ruckus with my best friend, Jake. Jake and I wrote songs. You guys can check out the album. We put out an album last year. Look up the song Ruckus, Ruckus. Battles is the name of the song. Since there's a lot of ruckus bands out there, this will take you straight to that album.
Yeah, sorry.
The album artwork was done by Karen Cook. She's wonderful. Grateful for that. We are pressing vinyl, and we've got some T-shirts that we're pressing. Thanks to Tony for that. Kaling Customs. He's doing some merchandise for me. I'm really grateful for his help. And our next show is going to be May 1st at the Mid-Main Party. Continental Club is kind of tied to. We're playing Winnie's there, full band. Greg Jr. Brown on drums, another amazing musician that I look up to, plays a Big Easy a lot. Great blues musician, great musician in general, has reggae projects, has all sorts of stuff that he does. He's great. We love him. And then the next day, Jake and I are doing a duo at City Cellar, the 2nd. And then May 3rd, we're playing at, I think I'm saying this right, Talyard. Tal Yard. I always say it wrong, but it's a new brewery. I love the beer that they have. Is like German Purity Law beer. It's great ingredients, it's good stuff. And they've got like killer set up there, big stage, and we're doing the full band. And that show's exciting because we've got St. Judas and the Black Hymns, who it's like our brother band. Shout out to you guys. They're playing that show with us. And then Steve Torres, who produced the Ruckus record, is a drummer on that. Shout out to him. His band, the Journey Agents, is playing that show with us. And if you haven't checked out the Journey Agents, they're a really cool funk band.
Okay. Well,
and I'll sit in with them too. I love to play funk music and soul and R&B and stuff. And there's a lot of really great guitar playing in that. Brandon Miles, is one of my favorite guitar players in town, and really all around. And I love jamming with him and learning from him too. He's great.
Sweet. Well, man, now I got a list to look through and bother everybody. I'm like, yo, Ben said to hit you guys up.
Yeah,
throw you under the bus, dude. Okay, good.
They're great. They would come on here and kill it.
Yeah. Oh, dope. Hell yeah. And like, I even the full band, because like, yeah, like I said, this is the first time I had that full band vibe in here, and even though it's just the two of you guys, I'm like, so excited. So now I'm like, all these names going to transcribe and look them up and Google them and be like, yo, Ben said to hit you guys up. He said, better show up.
That's right.
Dude, and why
or else Ben will make you write a song with him and split some beers,
Yeah, we'll split some beers. I don't write songs. But yeah, and I don't, and you know what? I kind of want to be like, yo, where the fuck have you been? How come we haven't been like working together? But, I think the timing's perfect.
Yeah, it's interesting, right?
Yeah.
What is your story? Like, are you from Houston?
No, I'm not. I'm not a native.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm from Oakland.
Oh, right on.
Yeah,
Cool.
From Oakland, and I've always loved music, but really got super deep into it here because coming from California, no one likes country. But then once I came here, I was like, still resisted.
You got to play like Sacramento. It's like the Lubbock of California.
It is. Well, so I don't know. Are you familiar with California a lot?
I played a lot of shows in California, and I lived in California one time.
So I was in a town called Oakley.
Okay.
And it's super close to Sacramento, so it's like country as shit out there, and that's when I started to hear more of it. But I was still like, no, man, hip hop and punk all day.
That's great though too.
No, yeah, but here is when I started to feel it in my soul, and I was like, all right, fuck yeah, country or that twang or the honky tonk or whatever.
Well, and all that stuff is tied together. I mean, Joe Ely hanging out with the Clash.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit, I didn't know.
Like Joe Ely's a wonderful songwriter that I learned about through Ian Moore because Ian played in his band, and I got to meet John Doe from X when I was touring with Ian, and we drove together from California to Houston. Now John's in Austin.
Yeah, that drive must have been boring.
And that was a trip, and X, that was like, I was just learning about X. I can't believe I didn't know. My band leader was like, how do you not know this band? But I saw them for the first time in Tucson, and they were killer. And there you go. It's like, John Doe is a great example of like tying punk music to country and roots music, really.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the same for you. If you went back in time to when I was 20 and told me I'd someday have cowboy hats and a pedal steel, it's like absolutely no chance.
Totally,
no interest in that stuff. I was 100% rock.
Yeah.
And times changed.
Right.
Man.
But you're fucking rocking that shit, dude. I was like, oh my God, it's got the stank face going on. I was like, oh shit, this is awesome. Oh man, we can fucking talk forever, but I'm gonna cut this. She's like, yeah, you fucking yapper mouths. But dude, before I go, do you guys have like any final like Jerry Springer final thoughts before we cut this?
I do. I would say when's the next time you're playing?
Please.
You got any shows coming up that we can come see?
I'll be at Heights Theater this weekend. It's Sam Turner and the Cactus Cats, the Broken Spokes, and Chris Seymour.
Chris Seymour.
Yeah, Chris is the man.
Yeah, it's
They're all
like record release. So.
Oh, yeah, that's another one.
Yeah, that's gonna be
it's
awesome.
Good reason if you got boots, you put them on. That's the right show for.
It's legit.
I only have these ones, Doc Martens, not regular boots, but yeah. All right, well, shit. Fucking thank you. YouTube exclusive KPFT Sessions. Ben and Russ kicking ass. Yeah, you don't see me this excited at a KPFT session. Not talking shit about anybody else, but fucking A. Goodbye.
Sorry.